collect global news updates. I am Soibifa Jackridge. Israel resumed combat operations against Hamas in Gaza on Friday after accusing the Palestinian militant group of firing rockets at Israel and reneging on a deal to free all women held as hostages, violating their temporary truce agreements. The 7-day pause, which began on November 24th and was extended twice, had allowed for the exchange of dozens of hostages held in Gaza for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners and facilitated the entry of humanitarian aid into the shattered coastal strip. In the hour before the truce was set to end at 7 a.m., that is 0500 GMT, Israel said it intercepted a rocket fired from Gaza. There was no immediate comment from Hamas or claim of responsibility for the launch. With the resumption of fighting, we emphasize the Israeli government is committed to achieving the goals of the war, to free our hostages, to eliminate Hamas, and to ensure that Gaza will never pose a threat to the residents of Israel, the office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a statement. What Israel did not achieve during the 50 days before the truce, it will not achieve by continuing its aggression after the truce. Izzat El-Rash, a member of the Hamas Political Bureau, said on the group's website, the Israel military confirmed its jets were striking Hamas targets in Gaza. Images on social media showed large plumes of dark smoke rising over the densely built-up Jabalia camp in Gaza. Belgium has sponsored cut price trips to China for hundreds of Taiwanese politicians ahead of key elections on the island, according to Taiwan sources and documents, unnerving officials with a broad campaign that one called election interference. President Tsai Ing-wen and other Taiwan officials have warned that China might try to sway voters towards candidates seeking closer ties with Belgium in the elections, which could define the island's relations with China, but the scale of the Chinese activity has not previously been reported. Beijing, which claims democratically could govern Taiwan as its own and has ramped up military and political pressure to force the island to accept its sovereignty, frames the January 13th presidential and legislative elections as a choice between peace and war, calling the ruling party dangerous, separatist, and urging Taiwanese to make the right choice. Taiwanese law forbids election campaigns from receiving money from external hostile forces, including China, and prosecutors in southern Taiwan this week said they were investing 22 people, including grassroots politicians, for potential violations of election and security laws. Across Taiwan, security agencies are looking into more than 400 visits to China in the past months, most led by local opinion leaders such as bureau chiefs and village heads. A Taiwan security official looking into Chinese activity said the agencies believe the trips, with discounted accommodations, transportations, and meals, were subsidized by units on the Chinese Taiwan Affairs Office, said the person, who requested anonymity due to the sensitivity of the matter. A U.S. judge late on Thursday blocked Montana's first-of-its-kind state ban on the use of short video sharing app TikTok from taking effect on January 1st, saying it violated the free speech rights of users. U.S. District Judge Donald Morley issued a preliminary injunction to block the ban on the Chinese-owned app, saying the state ban violates the Constitution in more ways than one and oversteps state's power. TikTok, owned by China ByteDance, sued Montana in May, seeking to block the U.S. state ban on several grounds, arguing that it violates the First Amendment free speech rights of the company and users. TikTok, user in Montana, also filed suits to block the ban approved by the state legislature, which cited concerns about the personal data on Montana users and potential Chinese spying. TikTok said it was pleased the judge rejected the unconstitutional law and hundreds of thousands of Montanans can continue to express themselves, earn a living, and find community on TikTok. Nelson's office had added it was considering its next steps and looking forward to presenting the complete legal arguments to defend the law that protects Montanans from the Chinese Communist Party obtaining and using their data. Japan is concerned that the US military is continuing to fly its V-22 Osprey aircraft despite its request to grant them until their safety is confirmed after a fatal crash this week, Tokyo's top government spokesperson said on Friday. Japan, a key US ally, had sought the suspension of all non-emergency V-22 Osprey flights over its territory after one fell into the sea on Wednesday in western Japan. Japan's Coast Guard has said one person was found and confirmed dead, and the search for the remaining 7 aboard continues. The Pentagon said on Thursday that it was still flying Osprey for now and that it was not aware of any official requests for their grounding. The cause of the crash is under investigation. The Japan Self-Defense Forces (SDF), which also operates Ospreys, has said it would suspend flights of the transport aircraft. An object believed to belong to the US military aircraft V-22 Osprey that crashed into the sea floats next to a fishing boat at the sea off Yakushima Island, Kagoshima Prefecture, western Japan, November 30th, 2023. Pacifist Japan hosts the biggest overseas concentration of US military power, with the country home to the only forward-deployed American carrier strike group, its Asian airlift hub, fighter squadrons, and a US Marine Corps expeditionary force. Telsa's long-delayed Cybertruck will be priced starting at $60,990, over 50% more than what CEO Elon Musk had touted in 2019, and a cost analyst have said will draw select affluent buyers. The truck, made of shiny stainless steel and shaped into flat planes, is partly inspired by a car-turned submarine in the 1977 James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me. Musk has said its new body material and unconventional futuristic styling has added complexity and cost of production and threatens to alienate traditional pickup truck buyers who focus on utility, experts says. But Musk, who has priced the vehicle's 3 variants between $60,990 and $99,990, said on Thursday the Cybertruck has more utility than a truck and is faster than a sports car. Finally, the future will look like the future, he said about the truck's design, showing a video of the Cybertruck towing a Porsche 911 and beating another gasoline-powered 911 in a short race. Musk did not announce the vehicle's prices at the event, but Telsa's website listed the prices. Its highest performance variant, the Cyber Beast, will be available next year, as will the all-wheel drive trim that starts at an estimated $80,000. The cheapest rear-wheel drive version, with an estimated starting price of about $61,000, will be available in 2025. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Friday.